Okay, hey y'all, so today we're obviously going to be doing this makeup look. I don't really know. I definitely knew I wanted to do something super duper orange, and in my head I was like, oh, let me just do something really weird, really out of the box. And then I did this, and I'm stepping back and I'm like, you look regular as shit. I'm using a very small amount of products to get a very high impact look, and that's honestly what I really love about it. It just goes to show that you don't need these super expensive things, and you don't need every single eyeshadow that everybody talks greatly about. Not that those eyeshadows aren't good, but you only need 2 or 3 to make a really intricate, really cool looking makeup look. You don't need 100 eyeshadows to make something look really cool. Other than that, I think I'm done blabbing for now. Let's get into this makeup look. All right, so we're gonna hop right in with my base already done, and I'm going to first highlight with this Wet n Wild. I believe it's called Botanic Garden or Botanic Dream. I don't know, it's like a pinky blue pearlescent, has like some little bit of purple in it. It's a really pretty highlighter. I will list everything down below. And then I'm gonna go in with Wet n Wild. This is the blush in Rosé Champagne, really gorgeous. And I'm just going to kind of fluff this all over the blush bronzer area, wrap it around my face all the way up to my temple. I really wanted to keep this light on the face and very undone looking, but if you want to put this with like a standard like full coverage, fully contoured look, I'm sure it would look just fine. And I do put it on my nose just to kind of make my face look not so perfect. And then I go ahead and put some of that highlight on the bridge of my nose as well. Then I just use the L'Oreal Stylist Plumper in dark brown to kind of cover up my blonde eyebrows. And then I'm just giving you some options. You can do this look with the Just Peachy palette, the original 350 from Morphe or the 3502, which is what I ended up using. So I'm going in with this first orange color, and I'm kind of keeping it just where I want to place the colors for now. I do blend out later, but I wasn't very sure about what I was even really going to end up looking like. So I was just kind of placing color, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And you'll see me throughout this whole color placement and blending process that I look up into the viewfinder. That's just because I don't have a big vanity mirror. My camera is like in the way, and I really recommend, if you can, I know this is kind of like a hard thing to come by, especially when you're doing an eye look that you don't normally do. It can be helpful to kind of step back and look in a bigger mirror and look at yourself from a little bit farther away in a wider mirror. So if you have a desk mirror and then like a big vanity mirror behind it, it will definitely help you with any eye look or any look in general that you're trying to accomplish, because it'll just help you kind of step back, look at your face, see what's really happening, see how the look is coming together overall. If you're just looking in a tiny mirror the whole time, sometimes stuff can look kind of jank in the end because you're not looking at your entire face and the end result and how that's all going to come together while you're doing your makeup. So using that same brush, I knew that I wanted to smoke out my lash line on the bottom really low, so I just used that same brush to do my entire lower lash line in that first orange color. Then taking this other color, and I'm using the same brush. You can use a smaller brush if you would like, or if you're not as well practiced. I do my makeup every single day sort of like this, where I just have one brush, so I have a lot of practice just using one brush and being able to control exactly where I'm placing color. But if you're not as well practiced with stuff like this, then definitely switch to a smaller brush. And I'm just placing that in the same general area that we were doing before, but in a very concentrated, smaller piece, I guess, if that makes sense. I'm not going to blend it out as far, with that specific color, I do take a fluffy brush and some of that original, the first orange color, and just barely blend out and soften the edges and kind of blow it out a little bit more. But after that, I'm done. You can see that I don't even have color on parts of my eye at all, and I leave them completely blank. I think that kind of adds to the more avant-garde, deconstructed type of look. And I also take those shadows onto the bridge of my nose just to add to that look as well. Then I'm going in with this shimmery gold color and putting this right in the center of my lid. I'm not worrying about covering my whole lid. As you can see, like I said before, I'm quite literally leaving spaces blank to leave that deconstructed look. I'm putting this right in the center of my lid, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use the face highlight that I used before and pop that on my brow bone and my inner corner. Then I'm just throwing on a coat of mascara. I believe this is the L'Oreal Voluminous. It's like a cult classic from the drugstore. And I do go ahead and fill in my eyebrows, but I am just going to speed through this. If you are curious, I use the Zoeva Brow Spectrum palette, and I just use a couple of the different browns in there. I fill in my brows with just powder, and then I use the L'Oreal Stylist Plumper again to kind of lock in that look. And I like using 2 coats of the L'Oreal Stylist Plumper because I feel like that second go around, the fibers that are in the gel really cling to my brow hairs that are there, the very little amount of brow hairs that I have, and do make them look thicker and fuller. I decided that the highlighted colors, the gold and the face highlight, weren't popping quite enough, so I just take some of the Milani Make It Last and spray my brush and just reapply those shadows just right on top of each other just to give them a little bit more pop. You can see right here the difference. It just adds some more depth. And then I always like to show y'all one eye with lashes and one eye without. Of course, like I always say, it looks just as beautiful without lashes, but if you want to go that extra mile, if you regularly put on lashes, then go ahead and do it. I wear lashes every day, so I just go ahead and pop them on because it takes me like 30 seconds. But if you don't normally wear eyelashes, this eye look will still look really, really cool and so beautiful. Then I just use a Milani lip liner to fill in my lips, and a Revlon liquid lipstick all over my lips. The colors that I use specifically will be listed down below. And then I decided that I wanted to tie in some of the pink. I don't know if the highlight really picked up on camera how pearly pink and purple it is, but I wanted to tie in a little bit more pink on the lips, so I took an OFRA liquid lipstick that's obviously very pink. It's like a bubblegum pink, and I popped that in the middle, and then I just blended it out with my finger. I did it a couple of times to get it to the pigmentation that I wanted, and also doing this just with any colors will make your lips look so plump. It's beautiful, and since they're liquid lipsticks, they last all day, and the Revlon formula and the OFRA formula are both very, very comfortable, and they're pretty similar. The OFRA one's a little bit more moussey, where the Revlon one is a little bit more liquidy, but as far as wearability and comfortability, they're very, very similar. And that is the finished look. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. And don't forget to subscribe. Comment down below anything that you specifically want to see. I post every Tuesday and Saturday, so keep a lookout for that. Everything that I use today will be listed in my description bar as always, along with my Instagram. And I think that's all I have to say, right? Pretty sure. So other than that, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just have a good one. Bye! What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Turned up, I be so turned up right now. And a super head Becky.